Continuing to go through various special units across our focus region, let's now take a look at Finland's Utti Jaeger Regiment, home to the Special Forces unit and helicopter operations of the Finnish Defence Forces, along with branches that support them. This video will briefly go over its structure and force restructuring in 2021, as well as key pieces of equipment. So, let's get started. The more we make videos, the more we realize how hit and miss using information from official military web pages can be. They should be the most authoritative sources, but often get neglected and become outdated. With that being said, here are some figures from the Utti Jaeger Regiment webpage. The unit has 460 hired personnel, 220 conscripts, and sees around 30 quote-unquote executive assistance tasks per year. It's said that the regiment undergoes training and preparation to operate throughout the country, and that the most visible part of their operations is formed by the NH-90 tactical transport helicopters and MD-500 light helicopters. Special Forces operators of this unit train together with all Army forces as well as Navy and Air Force units. Additionally, they cooperate closely with other security authorities such as the police and border guard. And while Finland has a long history and tradition of special forces, the Utti Jaeger Regiment is a relatively new creation. Indeed, the unit under its current name was established in 1997, while its current structure only came about after December 2021, with the military moving to consolidate all Finnish Special Operations Forces under this single regiment. By consolidating these special units, it was said that the Finnish Defence Forces would be better prepared to respond to disruptions during normal conditions as well as to complex threats. The decision came from the commander of the Finnish Defence Forces, with Special Operations Forces activities consolidated under the Army from early 2022. As a result, the Naval Special Operations Detachment, which operated under the Navy's Coastal Brigade, was transferred under the Army and Utti Jaeger Regiment. Going over sub-units of the regiment, there's the headquarters, as well as the Special Jaeger Battalion, the Helicopter Battalion and Support Battalion. The Helicopter Battalion maintains round-the-clock readiness with its NH-90 transport helicopters, which entered service with the Finnish Defence Forces in 2008, replacing the old Soviet-era Mi-8s. According to a 2023 Vertical magazine article, the Helicopter Battalion brings together all 20 NH-90s operated by Finland, as well as 7 MD-500s. The article adds that the Finns are also keen to fly their NH-90s without the ramp and rear doors, as they previously did with the Mi-8s. Doing this facilitates airdrops. Commenting on this practice, a military commander stated, "Flying without the ramp, with a large opening at the rear of the fuselage, is not a problem. It may not have been planned initially, but we tested the setup and it worked well. You just have to make a few adjustments to the speeds and angle of attack of the aircraft." The Finnish NH-90s utilize 7.62mm Dillon 134 miniguns as a self-defense weapon. The Special Jaeger Battalion is responsible for training Army Special Forces operators. Within this battalion is the Paratrooper Company, which handles the training of conscripts, while the Special Jaeger Company is in charge of honing the skills of the Special Jaeger NCOs, who are part of the hired personnel. Training is provided in close cooperation with the Special Forces Qualification Course of the Defence Forces. Conscript service with the Paratrooper Company is voluntary, and it's said that 400 to 500 people apply to become paratroopers annually, of which 60 to 80 of the most suitable are selected. But once there, conscripts receive basic training in reconnaissance and combat tasks of the Special Forces. The special features of the training include the handling of various weapons, shooting and combat training, as well as parachute training and cooperation with helicopters. The service period for all paratroopers is 347 days. Conscripts of the Parachute Infantry Company are selected based on selection testing held months prior to the beginning of service. It's said that all paratroopers are trained as at least non-commissioned officers, and that approximately 1/5 of the course is trained as reserve officers at the Special Jaeger Battalion's own reserve officer course in Utti. We presume that it's the Special Jaeger Battalion which would have more specialized service weapons than their less specialized colleagues. So, while most of Finland's forces use the RK-62, Finnish Special Forces adopted the FN-SCAR-L. Indeed, this was reported in a 2015 article by the Firearm blog, which highlights the fact that these weapons are chambered, unusually for Finland, for 5.56 by 45mm rather than the RK-62's 7.62 by 39mm. That old article stated that the FN-SCAR-L was the first 5.56 by 45mm NATO caliber firearm introduced to the Finnish Defence Forces, supplementing the RK-95TP assault rifle. Infantry Inspector Colonel Jukka Valkeajärvi was quoted in the article saying, "We decided that the rifle for the Special Forces should be compatible with other nations for use in crisis management and national defence." The Sako TRG is listed as being the unit's choice of sniper rifle, while we can see MP5s also being used as well as older footage showing Barrett anti-materiel rifles in action. And when it comes to other equipment, the website Grey Dynamics lists the following vehicles among others: all-terrain KTM motorcycles, Polaris Sportsman all-terrain quads, and the RG-32 Scout, which is being replaced by the Sisu GTP. It's also obvious that snowmobiles are used when conditions allow. But moving on to our last regiment subunit, there's the Support Battalion, which is naturally responsible for a variety of logistics operations. Another role of the Support Battalion is to train conscripts for support tasks that require special expertise. The diverse tasks that conscripts are trained to perform in the support company include, but are not limited to, military police, logistics and transport, tasks related to messaging systems, telecommunications and information systems, and then there are various tasks in the maintenance and support sector: helicopter assistant mechanic, meteorology, military cook, gunsmith, medic and medical officer, ordnance officer, engineer officer, combat messenger, and clerk. The official Finnish Defence Forces website states that the rookie period for conscripts posted to the support company is 6 weeks, during which the basics of soldier operations are established and the soldier learns how to handle a personal weapon and the most common combat equipment. At the end of this period, service assignment and service time selections are made based on suitability for further training, personal willingness, and competence demonstrated in training. It's said that the service period for support company conscripts is 165 to 347 days, depending on the assignment, but the majority of conscripts in this company are trained for a task with a service period of 255 or 347 days, while approximately 1/3 of the incoming batch are selected for leadership training. So there's a bit of an overview of the Utti Jaeger Regiment structure, training for conscripts, and some of the weapons and equipment used by Special Forces subunits. What do you think of all this? Let us know by leaving a comment.